is it there a free will? If you are in the spiritual path or in the non-dual path, is probably one of the questions that you're asking yourself. I remember asking myself this question at the beginning of my journey and thinking, okay, I understand I'm not a me, I'm not my thought, I'm not my emotion, but what about free will? So I have no decision making, I don't make choices, it is all decided. And in today's video, I'm gonna approach and try to solve this question and make you see the illusion on the question itself. If you are not the character, but you are something else, this also means that there's not a me taking action. It's not me right now deciding to talk to you. It's not me deciding to move my hand like that. There can be thoughts appearing in my mind, and I have zero control on this thought. A thought emerge and say, oh, clap your hands. And I can do it because a thought emerged in my mind. But I have zero control in why this thought emerged in my mind. That thought could have been, oh, move your hand or move your head or smile. Why it was clap your hand instead of something else? I don't know. And where it's coming from, I don't know. And I have zero control on that. There's not a me that is controlling that. It's just appearing in a spontaneous way, automatical way, from a higher intelligence. And it's amazing to see that in all this time that I have been preoccupied in trying to make decisions, in trying to make the right decision, in trying to making choices and acting a certain way, it was never coming from me. It was coming from a higher intelligence that was moving the object, moving through the object. We think that we are this, that the object is the subject of the experience. But in reality, this is the object, and the subject of the experience is the one who's seeing, the one who's observing, the one who's aware of the object experiencing life. I can sense and see the object Claudia doing a video, speaking to you. And if I am aware of this object Claudia speaking to you, it means that something is seeing it. So I am the one who's watching it. I'm not the one who's doing it. And this doing is completely happening without my control. It's just happening. I don't know why it's moving in that direction instead of that direction. And probably when you listen to this, your mind, in a very normal way, is going to ask the question, so we are not responsible for nothing? We just say, oh, it's just, I'm not responsible. There is no responsibility. And I want you to see how the mind is going to use these kind of thoughts, because it's also just another thought, in order to keep you in the illusion that you have a control and that you are me, and to try to save you from a bad experience, meaning a bad sensation in the body. The mind will do anything to keep you in the misunderstanding, in the old paradigm of you and your life. Everything that happened in your life, if you look closely, you realize that it was exactly what it was supposed to happen. You had to go through those experiences in order to get where you are today. And you had no idea at the time. And those choices were made through you. Those decisions were taking you. It's not you taking those decisions. Those decisions were taking you at the time, because you were supposed to go through that. And this is perfect, because when we realize that, we can finally let go of preoccupation or worries, or I have to be in a certain way. What does it mean? That so I'm just, whatever happened, I'm not responsible or anything. This is taking the spiritual teaching to an extreme, and this is the mind doing it. It's still the mind trying to not making you feel guilty, not making you feel responsible, not making you feeling a bad feeling. Guilt and responsibility are just illusion again, because there's not a me. But in the same time, when you get free of mind and conditioning and you see the true nature of who you really are more and more, everything that is left is compassion, rightness, love, peace. And those will be the only action that in reality are gonna come from you, because there will be less and less conditioning, less and less wound identification, trauma, idea of a me. All the decisions that you consider bad decision that you made in your life were coming from this filter that was there. There was the mind, the conditioning, the wound, the trauma, the identification to a me. But it's not you doing it. This is happening through you. And it had to happen in order for you to clean those things, to get rid of it, the identification and attachment and wound. It was supposed to be like that. I remember when I was at the beginning of my business, I was looking for success. I wanted validation through success, and there wasn't a me doing it. It was all these identification, wounds, and ideas that were happening through me in order to push me in the exactly right direction to discover what I discovered today. I had to go through making $1 million in my business and realizing that everything I was looking for and searching and trying to achieve, it was a mere illusion. And seeing my war breaking piece after piece, my relationship, my health, my business, my friendships, and see how all these very difficult moments in my life, all this conditioning brought me to the place where I touched a deep sufferance, and touching that was my awakening. Going through that, it was exactly what it was supposed to happen in order for me to discover these teachings and discover that I've never been the me that needed validation and success. And then I repeated the same experience in my relationship. I was seeking to be loved, to be connected, to be loved, to be connected, until I wake up call and see I'm doing exactly the same thing that I was doing in my business, in my relationship now. But it's not a me doing it. It's like happening through me in order for me to realize it and to see it. In order for awareness to realize awareness. So how can it be a me that is making choices and decisions? Is this higher intelligence happening through me, through the object? I'm not the object of the experience, Claudia, that's doing this in the relationship and business. This is the object of the experience. I am the subject of the experience, the one that can observe all this experience happening. And again, it doesn't mean, I have zero responsibility, then I'm not responsible for this and that. This will be the mind, again, trying to control you, trying to not feel a bad feeling. In the personal side of experience, you will go through life thinking to do your best and to be a good person, but in the same time, you're not in control in your thoughts anyway. And if life is pushing you to do bad things and be a bad person, doesn't exist such a thing, is exactly because you have to be pushed there. It's because going through that you discover something else. Again, it doesn't mean you're gonna act in a certain way because, anyway, his awareness, his source, his intelligence is making me do that. No, you want to become aware of those thoughts. You want to see those thoughts pushing you on the direction and exploring them and seeing that you never been in those conditioning, you never been in those thoughts. You've been the one that was observing those thoughts happening. If there is something that we can do in the choice, but even that is a higher intelligence pushing you, is deciding to realize the self, this self-investigation. Who am I? Am I all these thoughts and emotion and conditioning and wounds and trauma, or I'm the awareness of all this happening through me. And when we see who we are, life happens in a more peaceful way, with ease, with flow. We let life happen to and through us, without concerning, without control, without resistance, without fear of guilt or responsibility. And that's so liberating. I hope this video answered to your questions, and if it's the case, please leave me a comment, put me a thumb up. It's always I'm always grateful for that, because this channel is new, and the more people reach to this video, I think the more people start to walk in life with more awareness and with more heart. So please leave me a comment. Thank you for watching.